One thing that I think is important to point out as we talk about the NBA and the NFL not allowing players to come directly out of high school, there is an enormous self-serving element to that as well. They are getting prepackaged superstars coming into their leagues every single year. Major League Baseball spends a fortune on their minor leagues. And when players come up, no one's ever heard of them and no one has ever seen them play. When these kids come out of college basketball, because they've been playing on ESPN and CBS and everything else, and out of college football for years, they're getting tailor-made superstars walking onto their fields and courts every single year. That's one of the reasons they do it. It's not the only reason they do it, but it makes sense for them to do it. I understand why they want it that way.
Both sides definitely benefit from the relationship, and I was fortunate to be a part of the Fab Five at Michigan, who we were able to shatter a lot of glass ceilings. But for Zion, it's all about health. To me, if he's healthy and he has a mild knee sprain, the question a lot of people are asking is, should he shut it down the rest of the season? I feel like once you sign a letter of intent, you've already committed. Once you get injured, that makes you think about it. Is this really worth it? Is this something that I should jeopardize my future? Then you realize if I'm not playing for Duke, I'm still playing basketball somewhere. And at 6'8", 285 pounds, his shoe could have malfunctioned while he was at a gym working out. Versus being at the University of Duke, getting coached by Coach K, one of the greatest of all time, getting exposed to the best medicine, the best facilities, and a chance to rehab his injury and put him on a track to still fulfill his goals. And here's the last thing. I got to say this as a player. Everybody's talking about the money. How about giving him an opportunity to be the best basketball player he can be? If you're able to do that, you're going to make more money than God. That's how this works.
Yeah, I don't think Zion has any reason to be worried about money at all. As we told you earlier, he also does have an $8 million insurance policy that he would collect on if he were drafted after the 16th pick in the NBA draft. But you've done a good job of separating this into silos this morning. The other thing that I think you brought up earlier that's really interesting that I wanted to go back to is a lot of people blame the NCAA for the reason why these players can't just go directly from high school to the NBA. Well, it's not the NCAA. It's actually more on the NBA side and their collective bargaining. But you said that you think soon or in some period of time, we will see players being allowed to go directly from high school to the NBA. What's that timetable
I anticipate over the next couple of years, maximum 3 seasons, you're going to see high school athletes have the opportunity to enter the NBA draft. We've seen so many players. It's a laundry list of successful individuals that went from high school and had success in the NBA. Now, there are going to be horror stories as well. But that's what happens in the United States of America. If you have an opportunity after high school to enter any other profession, the NBA should allow that as well. Football, to me, has become an outlier because it's so very physical.